When people get ready to do that, they sit down and start like fixing themselves up. Wol brought Alpha in this Q&A.
Yeah, you guys get to meet Alpha.
He's like shedding. Look at him.
Is this shit?
He's loving it right now. The girls are asleep, so he's like, oof, look at all that hair. Even in your beard. These dental sticks are meant to make his breast smell good instead of his ass.
2 hours later.
Hi guys,
Hey guys,
welcome back to the Wol family channel. Welcome back to our second sit down video, because Wol has been
Busy.
Yeah, he's been busy, I'm not gonna lie. We are here to do a Q&A. I just asked you guys on my Instagram, my Instagram, if you guys can leave some questions for us. But if you guys don't know who we are, my name is Josephine.
And I'm Wol.
And we are the Wol family. So me and Wol have...
Let me read the questions.
Okay, you can read them. So me and Wol actually haven't done any other Q&A video on our channel besides the first one. He's talking to Alpha, not the kids. The kids are asleep, that's why we're doing this. Oh my gosh, did you see all that fur?
Come on now.
Stop, he's getting... Babe, you hype him up all the time.
Come on, get down.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this Q&A is basically like a cultural sort of video.
Or
just a video in general.
You guys want to ask us that, we can answer truthfully for you.
Wol's going to read some and I'm going to read some. Don't mind Alpha. Wol wanted to bring him in here because he thought he was going to be good and sit down. But he's not. He is now. But he was hyped. So
yeah, he's alright now. So.
Oh my gosh, Wol, let's go. It's only a sit down, babe.
Alright.
Alright, let's go. What's the first question?
The first question is, when will you guys have another baby? Right now.
Wol really wants another baby, and I'm not saying I don't either. I really do, but I think
right now we got a goal in mind. So.
We have a goal in mind that will be in motion end of this year. Other things going on as well that we kind of need to fall through with before we have a baby, I think.
Yeah, so hopefully
having a baby
sometimes next year.
Like I reckon
we should be cooking something up.
We should be. With me is I actually have to plan it out, because if it's gonna be
first in 2020.
Yeah.
2021.
No.
2021.
The reason why Wol's planning that is so we can have 2 back to back. That's why he's saying the end of next year, aren't you?
No.
Yes, you are, babe. Don't lie. Okay. Anyways,
back to back.
Yeah, because you said you wanted to have 2 back to back because the girls are really close. So you want to have these future babies back to back, so then they have someone to grow up like the girls.
Yeah, I don't want them to have such a big gap between the next 2. So
yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
All in all, sometime next year. But I mean, when God decides to give us one, then yes.
Yep.
Will all your kids have cultural names? Yes.
Yes, they are. They will.
They will.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with that, because I reckon when we first named Leo, I feel like when we named Leo, I did have a problem. Right? I feel like when I look back now from who I am now to who I was back then, I did have a problem with him having a cultural name, because that's not what I was brought up. Like I didn't have a cultural name, like a Maori name and stuff. Does that make sense? Like I just didn't think he needed one because I didn't have one. So I was like, why would my kid have one? But then at the time I kind of realized like that's a part of Wol's culture. And that's like a staple thing for them to pass the names on from like their elders to their kids. And that's something we do in my culture as well, but obviously my generation, we don't have that. It's not common here. It is back home, but not here. So I kind of, now I'm like, yes, I would want all my kids to have a culture name because that's something that's grounded to their dad.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think it's kind of like a part of their identity.
Identity, yeah.
So,
It's a part of like Wol's.
Yeah.
Like
Background.
his background.
Where I come from.
Hundarata means KT. It's like a slang name, like a slang, I'm pretty sure, like KD, or she just made that up. In English, and I really like that name because she gave me that blessing to have that name, even though 50 other of my family members wanted it for their kids, but she gave it to me. I'm the oldest great-great-great-grandchild, and she gave it to me, and I really wanted that to be Natalina's name.
But it's kind of funny how it didn't work. It wasn't going to work. If it had went with that, it would not work out with the flow of Natalina.
Yeah, and yet the Wol. And yeah, so I really just wanted something from my side. And Natalina, if you guys don't know, if you guys don't follow our journey and stuff, Natalina is actually named after my dad's mum, who's Italian. So she has an Italian name.
Yeah. And she's also, named after my grandmother.
Yeah, so I mean,
mum's mum, so.
Even though I wanted it to be named after like my mum's dad's mum, it just didn't kind of work. Like Hundarata and yet the Wol is kind of a lot. But she would have had to have 3 first names because Wol obviously wouldn't be able to pronounce that. But I feel like I do pretty good with your names.
Yeah.
So who knows, but all in all, like we went with Natalina, and I can't think of anything more perfect than Natalina.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's just her little...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is good. Okay, hang on, sorry, it logged out.
Next question is, what's the hardest thing about being different cultures? What would you say? Hardest thing?
I don't know. I don't think there is anything hard now. I think we've got over all of that. I think the hardest was in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like his family. I think that's got to be the hardest thing.
It's always the in-laws and the in-laws.
Yeah, I think just for both of us though, but I don't know, I think because I wasn't that Sudanese person that they wanted Wol to be with, it was hard on me to kind of... Yeah, I don't know. It's just the family. I'm just gonna say that. Like, it's just family. I guess expectations that I wasn't.
Yeah.
But when I look at it now, when I look at it now, like I understand where they were coming from.
If I sit down, mate.
But at the time, it was kind of forced. Like, oh my gosh, like it was a bit overwhelming. But I got through it because I loved Wol a lot, and I wasn't in love with his culture. I was in love with him. The fact that his culture is a part of him was like a bonus for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to say like it's family.
It's family, yeah.
It's family. What about for you? The hardest thing about my family, about being different cultures. We're saying family because your family is your culture. Your family is you, who's molded you. So I think for me, it's his family out of the whole thing. And for him, I don't know.
I just think it'd be hard for a woman.
More so than the man.
More so than the man.
What do you think though with mine? Do you reckon they were just more chilled, relaxed, laid back, kind of like welcoming?
Yeah. I would say, because we're not back in New Zealand, so I would say it'd probably be more...
My family very lenient instead of...
over here.
Yeah.
Than if it was back home. I would
say
you would have to be too lenient. Yeah.
Where like your family is very... tried to bring it here, which is understandable, but at the time, so okay, but it's just family, that one. Yeah. Did either of you have a problem fitting in when you met each other's families?
No.
I think for you.
I think for me, just trying. I would say communication with other people isn't really my strength.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm more comfortable now than I was 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
So.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem fitting in with his family because I was friends with his sisters, or his sister. So I was around his family 24/7. As for him, he wasn't around my family like I was with his. Like, I actually felt a part of his family. That's how welcoming they were, along with other points. But yeah, when we did start to get to that relationship stage, it was a little bit more a leeway for me to get into his family, where with him I think it was kind of like not so much of a shock to the system for my parents, but like just how Wol was presented back then.
Did they think that it was a shock? Do you think?
I don't know. I feel like we should ask them. I feel like they did kind of expect it. I feel like Mum did more so, especially when those little events were happening.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think because maybe the way you approached it, and well, maybe the way we went about it,
Yeah,
And like Dad is he's not traditional, but he would have loved to be like, hey, like I'm dating a daughter.
Yeah, so.
But you were kind of in the window.
Yep.
Would you ever learn one another's language or languages?
Yes, I would.
Really?
Yeah, I would love to learn.
So, yeah, would you love to learn?
That way I can speak to the girls.
I think it's more so for the girls.
Yeah, I need it to be cool to speak 4 different languages
For the girls.
with the girls.
It's easy for you though.
It's a benefit for them in the future.
No, it is, but it's easier for you to talk to them in Dinka as it is for me in Italian and Mari, because I wasn't brought up in a household where that was our first language.
Yeah.
My first language was English. I was fluent in Italian when I was younger. That's when I was living with my no.
Yeah.
So when the girls do go to their grandparents' house, I do encourage them all the time to talk to them in tongue rather than English.
Yeah.
But yeah, I learned, speaking of this question, I do learn Dinka. Like, I do love to learn it on my terms when I feel like I want to learn it. Like, I'll say to Wol, what did I say one time? How do you say bum? And like, you told me, so I'd be like to the girls, like, you're bum. Like, so it's just things like that. But yeah, like Wol said, it's a benefit for the girls in the future anyways. Do you plan going back to Wol's country? Back in Kenya? Do you plan on it? South Sudan, sorry. Oh my gosh.
I was born in Kenya.
You're born in Kenya. Yeah, sorry.
Parents are South Sudanese. So.
Yeah. Do you plan on going back there?
I'll probably be the first one to go back before they do.
Yeah.
Because I've never actually been back
Since you
I came
left.
to Australia. So.
But do we plan? Like, do we have a plan? We don't have a plan.
Probably when the girls are a little bit
older.
Probably when they're in their schooling, something like that.
Yeah. How is it being a mixed race couple living in Adelaide?
I would say it's not too.
It's not as bad as it was.
Yeah, I think it's, I would say I don't actually. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, at the start it did,
Yeah.
Look at that guy looking at me like you got a problem, man.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't bother me anymore because,
You used to always look at me or like murmur things like, oh, she's with a black guy.
Yeah.
Look at that, look at that, look at that. Like, well, why is he with her? Why is she? Like, yeah. I feel like nowadays it's more common, actually, for mixed race couples now here in Adelaide. I think so.
Yeah.
You see a lot of different cultures, not just, Sudanese, Italian, Mari, but like,
Yeah, different.
all different couples now to what it was when we were first dating.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just kind of, everyone's pretty respectful here in Adelaide, I must say. Pretty respectful. They're not how they used to be. And that's all I have to say. That can be for another story time, but
Yeah. This question is,
yeah.
worst experience you both had while being together? What's the worst experience? Nothing for me. The other day, at the shopping center.
Oh, yeah.
Dropping you off at work.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably, it's not really worse, but It wasn't really that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but you've never really experienced that. It's normally me. We're basically talking about a girl's tantrums here.
Yeah.
Just people looking, making things up.
Yeah.
Talking a lot of shit. I hated it, to be honest with you. Let's explain it.
Because she wanted her mom. This was when I was dropping Josephine off to work.
Yeah.
And we were just going down to the ATM. And she was just crying, you know, making a scene and all this.
A lot of people coming out of like Woolies. I had a lot of like.
It was loud. It sounded.
Yeah,
like,
it was really loud. It echoed
really
through the
loud.
whole mall.
Yeah.
And there was just a lot of like, there was women standing at the front of my store, making up all this shit, basically saying, "Oh, are those even his kids? What is he doing with them? Like, why is she screaming?" What else are they saying? I'm really good friends with the security guard, so they went over to go see and help Wol. As they're walking over, these women are standing there like, "Oh my god, look, here comes the security guard, they're gonna call the cops on him," all this stuff.
Which I think they might have actually, because when I was leaving,
there was cops there.
There were cops there, and the siren went off.
And I just think to myself,
and you said it was the alarm.
I thought it was an alarm. Yeah, no, but it wasn't. It was something else. So I just think people need to keep their comments to themselves and don't make things up if you don't actually know what's happening.
Yeah,
she's a 3-year-old girl.
Somebody else in trouble for
no reason. Like for you, like. Ugh.
Will we be seeing another addition to the Wol family channel?
As in baby.
As in baby. Okay.
Next year.
I think so. I think there'll be an addition. You know. What do you think? Yeah, next year.
Why did you move in with your in-laws? I'm guessing that's funny. Why did I? Because it's your mum and my in-laws.
Yeah, but
why did you move in with your Why did you, as in me, Josephine?
Okay.
As in us family.
Yeah.
As in us all. Okay, so
us all, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I think they meant to. Anyways, let's just answer it. So we moved in with Wol's mum about what, a year ago?
Year and
just
a half.
Just a little bit.
Now.
Yeah, almost 2 years actually next year. And it was just simply because to help Wol's mum out and to help us out as well.
Yeah,
we've rented for like 4 years. We realised that we actually wanted to buy a house, which we could have done at the time, but we just had a lot of things going on. We were young.
We just wanted our own space.
We wanted our own space, which is fair enough for all of you young people who have kids. Like, you want to go live out on your own.
The reason why we're here is to save, help us save.
Yeah.
So that we can, you know, have a deposit to build a house or buy a house.
And just so we're not going house to house with the girls as well.
Yeah, we want the girls to settle down.
Just basically have one house.
Yeah.
And grow up in without having to move around a million places. Next question is, if you had another baby, what would he or she's name be?
If it's a girl.
What?
If it's a girl, we're gonna have to keep trying until we get another boy.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, when did you come up with a name?
No, we don't have a name.
We don't. I do have a name actually. I have a name for a boy.
We'll name them when we see them.
We'll name them when we see them, but I really have this name that I like.
Yeah.
So we were not gonna tell you guys that now. Like, what happens if we get pregnant and then?
Yeah, I think
probably not.
All our kids, the only baby that we actually pre-named was Leo.
Yeah.
Leo.
But he looked like a Leo.
Yeah, he was the only child that we pre-named. But the girls, we actually had them for a few days, and then that's when we decided. A few days,
a week. It was a week.
One of them was a week.
Ava was a week.
Was a few days.
Natalina was a few days. Yes. So you guys will have to just, subscribe to our channel, come on this journey until we, get pregnant, and then you guys will be seeing all those videos. But until then, we're not revealing any names.
Yeah.
Is it hard being with someone who isn't Sudanese?
It is. It is hard.
It is hard, my dear.
But
is it hard? Be honest.
I can't really say it's hard because I've never been married to another Sudanese, so I wouldn't really know how the whole marriage thing work. But I would say it is hard only because it's just the way you've been brought up. Culture-wise, female is men, good for you and all that in the culture. But yeah, just it's a bit, yeah. it is hard, but not anymore though. It was hard at the beginning, not anymore. So.
Do you encourage Josephine to speak your language? And do you speak to the girls in Dinka?
I'm beginning to speak to the girls a lot in Dinka actually, because
I've been telling him.
Telling them off. It's so easy to tell them off.
In English?
In Dinka.
Wait,
than in English.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be more forceful because when you guys talk
in Dinka, it's more forceful telling them off.
Yeah.
Than it is in English. English. Oh, don't do that.
Don't do that. But
Stop
in Dinka, how would you say it?
You have a diva voice.
Yeah, and do like a little reenactment. Ava crying on the floor, throwing a tantrum.
Nah, it has to happen for me to actually get into
What?
that.
Just try, babe. Visual.
Mindset.
It's visual. It
has to happen while then for me to actually.
Wol puts on this face where he's like.
So.
He puts on this like.
Even Alpha too. I'm trying to, Alpha. He gets told off in Dinka too. So.
He does. Poor boy. The challenges you have to face when being a mixed couple. You kind of answered that.
Yeah.
We don't really.
There's not really a lot of challenges.
There's not really. I think now that we're a little bit older.
Yeah. I mean, at the start there was heaps of challenges.
Yeah, we went through a lot of challenges. Obviously, like Wol said in the beginning. As now, we kind of just don't react to them as much as like what we would when we were younger. We kind of just shrugged them off. Or like me, I'm talking about myself. I would react to them. But now I just kind of.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of challenges now compared to how it was 4 years ago. So, I mean, I guess I just feel like it's like a test. We've been together about 5 years now, 4 years married. So I feel like it's
11 years, knowing you.
I feel what? I guess back then, everybody else thought that we weren't responsible.
Yeah.
So they're, criticizing us and stuff.
Like they wanted us to fail, basically.
Yeah. So, but I guess now that 5 years strong, all those criticism faded. Nobody is really, too bothered about us no more. So
yeah.
It's kind of good.
But they just see us doing our thing, like.
Yeah.
We just come off strong, I guess.
So yeah.
It's just funny. They all thought we were gonna fail, like our relationship. I know she started already. Our marriage. I didn't think we were gonna last. A lot of hate.
Yeah.
And now look.
Crazy.
You.
So yeah, guys, we'll be celebrating our 5th year anniversary next year.
I know.
6
years together. 5 years married. 12 years knowing you.
Ooh-wee.
The numbers clock up.
So what are we gonna do next year?
We can't do anything. I'll be pregnant.
August.
I'll be giving birth.
August. What do you mean you'll be giving birth?
Well, if we get pregnant in December.
What, this year, December?
Yeah.
Oh well.
We're going on a big trip
Next year
in the middle of our birthday. Well, sorry, mainly for Wol's birthday month, which is June.
Yeah. So,
That's probably going to be our 5 year. Possibly. I feel like we'll go on another trip somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe a weekend away or something.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Mm.
I really, yeah. Okay.
Alright, what do we got here? Did you ever get hate for being together?
Yep.
Did we? I wouldn't know, because
Yes, we did.
it's always the females that, you know, get asked these things.
Watch our
so.
channel too.
Yeah, but
Thank you. There's been a lot of people that have played their roles. Right? A lot of people have. So they're no longer here. And look, we still came up on top. All those hateful people, spiteful people, are no longer present. That's all that matters.
yeah.
That's literally all that matters.
Josephine have to learn how to cook Sudanese food. I do encourage her to learn.
Yeah. But I was already intrigued by it anyways.
Yeah.
From when your sisters used to cook, like, asida was the main thing that I loved.
Yeah.
When your mum first, like, made it.
Yeah, and karakombo as well.
Yeah, those are the first two proper dishes that Wol's mum made for me when I first came into their family. Ever since then, like, to this day, I will still make it. Like, I love asida.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, as I said before, I do encourage her to learn.
She does. I mean, she does. He does.
Learn and cook Sudanese food sometimes.
But I prefer it, actually.
What?
I don't know. Like,
Pretty much every food in
Mashed-
Australia is a
I
culture
don't know.
food.
Like, I don't know. Mashed potatoes and carrots
maybe mashed
and
potatoes
some
and-
chicken breasts. Like,
and
do
peas.
we ever have that? No.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, as in, that's not a Sudanese dish or an Italian dish or a Mari dish. Like, it's just some normal food put together.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have it. And when I do sometimes want to cook it, Will doesn't eat it.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that is not their dinner.
Yeah, like I.
Like, I'll cook mashed
It's just a
potatoes,
steak.
like veggies, like steaks, and like all this stuff, and he'd be like,
What is
this? Like,
come
what
on.
is this dinner? But that's the stuff that I grew up eating in my household. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's like where the cultural.
That's like you
thing
eating that
comes
for
in.
now, and then you're waiting to eat something later for 2 hours later.
But you don't have to eat it else later. We'll just, I don't know. We'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave food at that topic because I feel like we could go on about bloody food.
Alright. Did your families approve of your relationship?
I feel like Dad, I don't know. I feel like my dad wasn't 100% okay with what we were doing because we were young. I think Mum was kind of just like, you know, Mum, like she was just like, you know.
Yeah.
But I think Dad was more so like, what are you doing with your life? Like, you need to go to uni. Like, he was very strong on me with education, and I didn't want that. And I think that's because I was messing around with Wol. But I didn't want to do any of that stuff anyways. But I think maybe he thought I didn't want that stuff because I was messing around with you.
Yeah.
And I think that's why maybe he didn't like you. Maybe, this is what I'm thinking. Dad can call me up and correct me, but that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know if he didn't like me though.
I don't think he never not liked you. I think maybe the way we went about doing things, we could have handled it better, but at the time a lot was going on.
Yeah, because
Like,
I feel like if he didn't like me, he would have whooped my ass that day. So
Yeah, I know, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Did your families approve your relationship?
my family. Probably mom. Mom, expect me to marry this Sudanese woman
Yeah.
or something, because it's just a culture thing. Dad.
I think Baba really liked me. Baba, his dad, wanted me to go with his other brother, Skinny. And he'd be like, no, like, you should marry him. He told me all the time that I should marry his other brother. And that didn't happen, obviously. He was very welcoming.
Yeah.
Baba was very welcoming with me.
He's very understanding as well, so.
Yeah, he was very, like, arms open with me when I was really young, so that was great. My family, I don't know. Like Will said, like, I don't know. I think just maybe the way we went about it. That's probably why our family was a little bit rocky with Wol at the beginning. And then I had my own problems with my mum and dad at the time as well. So I can't really pinpoint a specific time. Like, yeah. Why didn't they like you together? I'm guessing that's our family.
Yeah.
Well, culture reasons.
Yep, mainly cultural.
It's mainly
reasons.
cultural.
And also, because I was the second born, second male.
Yeah.
Behind my brother, so you know, whatever girl, whatever parents would not be happy for me to jump over my brother in marrying. So you know, it's always the eldest that gets married first, and then whoever's after that follows. So I'd say family and that as well would be the reason why they didn't approve of us sometimes together. So
yeah. For me, after a little bit, I don't know, mum and dad were just very, I don't know, mum and dad, my parents are very chill. They're very like, you love who you love.
I think they just wanted you to finish school.
I think that's
anything else. So.
Yeah. And like, I never had any boyfriend or anything. Like, Wol was my first, like, proper boyfriend and everything. So, yeah, I think mainly it would have to be education. I didn't do anything. Like, I got all my certificates and stuff, but I never, like, finished high school. I never did all those big achievements that my family, I guess, hoped or wished I did. That's what I think, like, from looking at it from my view. Maybe it could be different from theirs. But besides that, they knew that I really loved Wol. I still do, obviously. So they just had to deal with it and suck it up. And they've never not loved Wol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the questions. Is that all the questions?
Is that all the questions?
I think so.
Sure.
I think so.
Because this is the only time we're going to ever have me sit down. So.
Whoa. Stop. What do you and Wol love most about each other? Adore you and your precious family, by the way. Thank you. What do you love most about me?
Easy going.
I don't have any words. I'm just obsessed with Wol. I'm freaking obsessed with him. Like, at night, I just have to, like, squeeze him and, like, kiss him, and I always tell him how much I love him, and I think it gets annoying. Like, he gets annoyed by it when he's on his phone. But I'm just obsessed with Wol. Everything he does, I just want to, like, I don't know.
I think you're a good person. Yeah.
I just want to bite Wol's lip. Like, I just fucking love him. I just don't have words. I'm obsessed with him.
Yeah, me too. I don't have words. Yeah,
of course you don't. Just no words, okay? He's everything.
Yeah, no, I just think, Josephine is a kind-hearted person. She gets along with everybody, which I really like. So.
Okay, so yes, that was the end to all your guys' questions. Hi, baby.
Hello, mommy. Come on.
Come here.
Want to daddy?
Oh.
Alright. You want to kiss your daddy?
Oh, lovely.
Kiss. Good girl. Say hello. Say hello to everyone.
Say hi.
Hi. This is the way, guys, but we are just
We're
about
just
to
about to wrap it up. So, yeah, that's all for the questions. I hope they were interesting to you guys. They also give you guys some insight about us and sort of like our personal background. So, yeah, she's wearing no nappy. Yeah. Oh, you do? Okay, Daddy's gonna take you. Don't forget to subscribe to our family channel. Watch out for new videos. Make sure you guys hit that bell button, which notifies you every time we upload. And leave a comment down below. Give it a thumbs up. A thumbs up.
Thumbs up, guys.
Thumbs up. And like we say,
we'll see you on
the next one. Bye. Say bye. Say bye. Bye.